War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do? most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race. Looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties. Standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway. Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Vic. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim, can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real but maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise... The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critter... Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little... Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through... You'll need those... Always happy to help someone down on their luck. I hunt geckos, mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people... Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster, straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when... Yeah. Meet me out...
Howdy.
Now, See the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways. Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? Bunch of little monsters. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. I'm taking you down. Well, that's the end of that. Confound it, Cheyenne. Why'd you have to go running in like that? You were supposed to stay. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to see me like this. I'm not gonna be very good company right now. I did have another thing to teach. But I'll understand if you'd rather I just pay you so you could be on your way. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things. Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember bring the Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try. Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. Okay. Well, good luck to you. I'm heading back to the Prospector. I could use a drink about now. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR. Same old shit that's been going on for years. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. New California Republic. Nothing new about it. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty... Yeah.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. I'm sure I've got... Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town, survivor of an attack. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. He's holed up at the abandoned... You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gang. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goods. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the check sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive. I didn't hear. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go eat. Sure, yeah, there'd be caps in it for you. I know that thing. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cow. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its own. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the come and done. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want. The New California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't...
Hey there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas here.
Feeling thirsty? I can... Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort. Now, be
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. We got off... Yeah. We just end up sharing the same... Start with sunny smiles. So what's going on?
Hi there, sticking around. Say no. Joe Cobb talks about leaving. If you... A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan. I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite.
So you're planning on taking on Joe? I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason... Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I... While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped.
You must be the one Doc... I've got plenty of supply. If you're... Now just... You made your point. I can provide people with some leather... And, I'll be guarding the store while all this is going on.
Howdy. What? Uh-huh. Guess you know what you're doing. I'll go...
Welcome back. Seems like wherever I go, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. You take care now.
So what's going on? Well, I guess that... All right, I'm ready.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play. At least 6. Oh, Easy Pete came through with the dynamite. Here's your supply. I really hope I don't blow myself up. I'll be set up near the store. Let's... Howdy.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here. I'll stick around.